Hi everyone, welcome to Crafting in Quarantine. My name is Dabney. I'm the young adult librarian at the Twin Lakes Library System and I use they, them pronouns. Today we are going to be making Harry Potter crafts. This craft was suggested by someone in one of our previous Instagram Live craft programs, so if you all have any suggestions, please feel free to comment on the video and we'll see if we can make them in one of our craft shows. The craft that was suggested was a Harry Potter floating candle. This is one that I made earlier. So, ta-da! And I'm going to walk you through how I made this. So, supplies that I used are toilet paper roll or paper towel roll, piece of foam board, or you could use cardboard, a fake candle, thread, or you could use fishing line or another kind of clear thread, paint, you could use any color paint, pins, sewing pins, these aren't necessarily needed. I'll go into some other things you could use instead of that, scissors, tape, and paintbrush. And I also used hot wax. But I understand not everyone may be comfortable using a candle for this, so instead of using hot wax, you could use hot glue, or you could just skip that step and leave this like plain and just paint it. Okay, so we are going to get started. Our first step is we're going to cut out 2 pieces of foam board. So I'm going to tilt the screen down so y'all can see what I'm doing. And what you'll need for this is a pencil, which I'm looking for my pencil and I can't find it. Oh, there it is. Okay, so you're going to trace your roll and you're going to do 2 pieces. Then we're going to cut out these. And if you do not have foam board, again, you can use cardboard. You just want it to be something sturdy to hold your candle in place. This we're going to insert into our roll. And the depth you want it is basically your candle's going to rest on top of this. So I'm going to put my candle in, and there, it's standing up a little bit over the edge, which is how I want it to look, but you know, if you want your candle to sit further down or further up, you can adjust the height in here. So I like where mine is at. I'm going to use some sewing pins to hold it into place. So I'm inserting it through the roll and through the board. And that's going to keep the foam board from moving down. Just do it on both sides. If you don't have pins, what you could do is use glue. So you would put glue around the edge of your foam board or cardboard, and when you stick it in there, you know, you want it to stay in place. If you're using Elmer's glue, it might take a while to dry, so you might have to leave it and come back. If you're using hot glue, it's gonna solidify really fast. So the second piece, we're going to insert on the bottom of our candle, and I might have to trim this a little to get it to fit. Because our candles are going to be hanging in the air, so you sort of want to have a bottom. That way we're going to paint it and you're not like looking up into the roll. So that's done. Okay, our next step is going to be adding the wax. So I've got a piece of cardstock here protecting my table. I have my candle, and you're just gonna pour the wax down the roll. So be careful to try not to get it on you, and try to be careful not to catch your roll on fire. So you sort of want to get it at an angle. That way the wax is rolling down the cardboard and sort of simulating what a melted candle looks like. You can use a glue stick for this, but I'm almost out of hot glue. I only have a few glue sticks left right now at home, and well, I actually have no glue sticks at home, so that's why I kind of came up with this idea to actually use candle wax. A downside to using candle wax is it's easy for it to break off, and hot glue is more, it's going to stay on your project a little bit easier. So those are a couple things to keep in mind. Again, you could skip this step if you don't care about having this texture, or you could even try using regular glue. That, you're going to have to wait a while for it to dry. Okay, so this looks pretty good. I got some wax on me, so get that off. Now we have to wait for the wax to cool down. Right now it's really warm and soft, and if we tried to paint on it, it would get smushed. So while that's cooling, we are going to get our thread, and you're going to measure off a length of thread for hanging this. Again, if you have fishing wire or a clear kind of thread, that would be preferable, but this is what I have at home. So I'm going to cut that. And I'm going to do a knot at the end of my thread. This will secure it. So we're going to take this inside the toilet paper roll. And having a knot at the end means that hopefully the string won't get pulled through the tape. So get our tape here. And I'm going to put that tape above the knot. Oops. Like so, and then press this into here. So yeah, there you go. And we'll do the other side. I'm struggling to tie this. and tape it to the other side. So there you go. Now the wax feels like it's cooled down enough, so I'm going to go ahead and paint that. I'm just using white paint, but you could use any color you want for your candles. This is like an enamel paint, which is a bit thick, so I had to put water in it to thin it out to get it able to be, painted on here. So and I think, it's better to use an acrylic paint that you don't have to thin out with water, because as you can see on the wax, the paint is not exactly sticking. So I'll probably have to do a couple coats on this. While I'm painting, I'm going to tell you all a few things. So if you want to read or listen to Harry Potter, you can do that on Hoopla. They have the first book, Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone, as an audiobook and an ebook. And then on RBDigital, they have all 7 books in the series as audiobooks and ebooks. On Hoopla, they also have, if you just search Harry Potter, you'll get a lot of results. And included in that are the soundtracks for the movies. So if you want to get into the mood while you're crafting, you could check out the soundtracks and listen to those. Or you listen to the audiobooks. I love listening to audiobooks when I'm working. And there are other things also on Hoopla that come up, like some kind of unofficial guides or study guides, all sorts of things. And next Monday, I'm going to be doing Must Read Monday, and I'm going to be telling you all about some Harry Potter read-alikes. So if you like Harry Potter, these are books that you might also enjoy. They have similar themes and subjects. So I'm very excited about that. And then Friday is Slice of Life. Abby's doing this week's episode, and she's going to be telling you all some summer movie recommendations. Okay, I'm also going to paint the bottom of this. And yeah, this craft will definitely need at least a second coat of paint. But for right now, this is what we've got. So yeah, a second coat is really going to make this look good. Going to put our candle in there. Ta-da! And this you can hang from, a windowsill, from your ceiling, your bookshelf, wherever. I would suggest using a command hook to hang it into place. Alright, so now I'm going to quickly go over a few other crafts that you all can make at home, ones that I made today. So you could make a painted rock. This is just a rock from my driveway. I painted it and then wrote on it with silver Sharpies. It says Expecto Patronum, and I tried to draw a little stag like Harry Potter's Patronus, but it looks like a moose. Anyways, what can you do with this? It can be a paperweight on your desk. I've seen people leaving painted rocks around Milledgeville, so I wouldn't suggest doing that right now, but once quarantine and social distancing is over, that could be a fun idea to leave these around for people to find. A couple weeks ago, we made candle jars. So I did a Marauders Map candle jar. So says, "I solemnly swear I am up to no good," which is my shirt for today. And for that, I just have tissue paper, and I had this print out, and I traced over it with Sharpie, and then taped it to here, put a candle inside, done. You could make a wand. This one, I just used a chopstick and green twine that I glued on here with just regular glue, and then I used a silver Sharpie to color it so that it is slithering colors. This is very basic. You can make this as fancy as you want depending on what craft supplies you have at home. If you don't have a chopstick, you could just go outside and find a stick or a twig that looks interesting and cool, and you can paint that or color it. I also saw on Pinterest people making signs for their rooms, so I made this Hogwarts sign. This is just a piece of foam board that I cut into this shape, and then I freehand wrote out Hogwarts with a pencil. Then I went over it with silver Sharpie. One of the ideas I saw was making a signpost, so they had about 5 different signs on there, locations within the Harry Potter world. And speaking of Pinterest, I'm going to link my Pinterest board with Harry Potter crafts to this video so y'all can check those out and maybe do some of those. And my other craft is you could make a potion jar. This is a failed slime craft that we did at the library, and I think it looks like a potion, something probably really bad. Yeah, so those are the Harry Potter crafts that I had to tell y'all about. Yeah, I'll have more linked to the video. I'm going to have some other fun Harry Potter things you could do, like a Harry Potter escape room, a link to Pottermore, and the RBDigital and Hoopla links for the books. But yeah, I hope to see you all next time. Bye!